Hey guys, welcome back to Neely by Nature. My name is Neely. On this channel, we talk about spirituality, law of attraction, social issues, international news, self-development, self-actualization, and so much more. So if any of those topics interest you, please remember to hit the subscribe button and support your girl. Comment below. I love hearing from you guys, and thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. So right now, I am currently in Costa Rica. I am in the jungle. If you've been watching any of my videos or if you're new to my channel, I kind of sold my things, my designer things while I was living in New York. And I decided I wanted to travel the world for a year and kind of figure out, just what's next for me and what's next for my life. And I decided to come to this eco village in the jungle in Costa Rica, and this is now day 3, but I would say my full 3rd day here, and it's been quite an experience. I came here to kind of, I came here to kind of heal some of my trauma, some things I've been going through, to kind of find some grounding and kind of find some direction with my life and heal a bit of the trauma I've been going through. And since I got to the jungle, I was in Santa Teresa before, which was like just beautiful. It was like the beach and everything, but this is like really the thick of it, and in this eco village, and I'm in the jungle. And I think I showed a video earlier of like what my little cabina here looks like. It's all open. And okay, so this is my first day in the jungle. This is my little house that I have here at my retreat center. I got here yesterday around what time? I got here yesterday around 4:30. A 4-hour trip ended up becoming like an almost 8-hour trip getting here, and I was just exhausted. I came from Santa Teresa to Nosara. I was just not feeling good. It was like a bumpy ride getting here, very long roads. And then we got here and we got into a little casita here, and we didn't expect it to be like this in the jungle. And it's all open, like you can see. It's like open here, the windows. It's open here towards the bathroom. The bathrooms are all open, so it's been quite a journey. I kind of cried last night. I just was like, what am I doing here? I can't believe I'm here. Why did I leave my comfort of my home to come here? I also was PMSing, so it probably was adding to my emotional distress that I was feeling. But we kind of like was like, whatever, we're here, let's thug it out. We went to have dinner here, and it's all vegan, so the food was very bland. I like barely touched my food. But then this morning we woke up and we did some yoga, and like at 6:30 in the morning, and it was like really peaceful. The area that we do yoga and meditation here is actually really beautiful, and just waking up really early in the morning and being with people and doing yoga, it kind of like calmed my mind, and I needed it because I was just like, I don't know how I'm going to do this for a month. And there's like animals here, raccoons come up in your place. It's a lot. It's overwhelming, honestly, because coming from, the Bronx or New York City, and then going into the jungle, where you're living in a house where it's open and there's insects everywhere and wildlife everywhere. There's no AC here and it's hot. It's a lot. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to process. And my days here, this is now my 4th day, but every day has just been kind of challenging, and some days are peaceful and some days are not. I had a really tumultuous day my first night here when we arrived after coming from such a long journey, and a 4 hour journey here turned into 8 hours, and it was just like a bumpy road. It was just like I was nauseous the whole time. I also was PMSing, which was crazy because I got my period just like the night before, and so I just wasn't really feeling well. And then adjusting to the food here because it's all vegan, gluten-free, no meat, no oil, no sugar, and nothing like that. So adjusting not only myself and the environment, but also the food I'm consuming. The food here is a little expensive, so they take dollars, and so they take it by weight of food. So not only do I not really like the food, I'm paying a lot for it, and I don't have enough cash with me. So it's like I have to think about, I have to really divide my money up and make sure that I have enough for like my time here. I also came to this eco village because I wanted to partake in the ayahuasca ceremony. But then when I arrived here, they told us that it's not happening till January, which was like such a huge bummer because it was really the reason I decided to come here. And so yesterday we planned on like staying for another month and kind of being here for the ayahuasca event. And so yesterday we were just a little anxious and just like not anxious, but more like doing the runaround trying to like book our Airbnbs. We decided we were going to leave here, go see the volcanoes and go to like different areas of Costa Rica and then come back. And so we took care of all of that and we booked our flight back home because we planned to go back to New York in January to kind of see our family, just being a little homesick. And of course, this morning, the cabina that we were going to rent here is now filled. So it's just been like challenge after challenge getting here. It was a challenge in Costa Rica, in Santa Teresa when I got into my accident. So it just feels like I came here to heal, and it just seems like there's just more challenges coming up. And after today, I was just like, you know what, I'm done. Like, I'm done, like, planning. I'm done trying to force things. I'm just going to let myself be here for the month that I'm here. And I'm going to take everything day by day. And maybe right now, the ayahuasca isn't for me. Like, maybe when the time's right for me, it'll be the right time. So I just have completely let go of my need or desire to be in the ceremony. If it comes up and it comes to me and the opportunity comes, I will definitely take it. But right now, I just want to be present, and that's just been the struggle for me. Even in New York, it's just like trying to be present, and I'm here and I really want to be here. So that is all just like some of the things I went through today. As far as being here in the retreat center and the eco village, this is, although like the environment and the cabina and like living outdoor space is a lot and overwhelming, I have to say like the community here is just absolutely wonderful. Like, the people here are so friendly and loving and just like pure souls, and people are so beautiful, like truly inside and out. Like, everyone is no one's wearing makeup, but like they're glowing, like their skin is glowing, and like it's an eco village, so like everything that we're using has to be biodegradable. So your soap, your laundry detergent, your shampoo, your conditioner, your skincare, your lotion, sunscreen, all of that has to be biodegradable. It's really going back into the forest, and it's just an amazing community. The founders of this eco village actually started this eco village like about 24 years ago. They all met from different countries. They were all from different countries, and they met in an ashram in India. And the founder decided that, he had this idea to start this eco-village, and they wanted to do it in India, but then they ended up coming down to South America. And so when they got to this land here in Costa Rica, it was all farmland, so it was like nothing here, just like grass. And they weren't recycling because they didn't really learn that from India. But then they met the indigenous natives of this land, and they taught them about nature, about the jungle, about the forest, about honoring the forest and honoring, water, fire, air, all the four elements. And they taught them about ayahuasca and plant medicine. And so they slowly began to recycle and really take care of nature. And I'll show you guys just a video, like all the forest that is here now, it wasn't here. It literally propped up because they planted just a few trees, but everything else, like nature just did its thing. And it's so beautiful to just see that and to be here and to experience that, because there is something very mystical about this place. And I think it's really the forest, it's the jungle, it's the wildlife. They are trying to bring the wildlife back here in Costa Rica, especially in this area, in this jungle that they created. So there's a lot of respect with the land here, and I really love that, because there was a part of me that wasn't really sure before I came here, because the founders are mostly Europeans, and some people are from Europe, some people are some of the founders are like from Israel. And I was just like, I don't know how I feel about taking practices that belong to people of color and then having white people teach it. But when I realized that these founders really are giving back, they're not just taking and colonizing or anything. Like, they're not building mansions here. They're living like this here. These founders, some of them do live here. People live here. People are not living in like wealth. They're living in a way that's living around nature. Like the wood used to make this village is only from fallen trees. It's not like they're cutting down trees to make this place. So there's a lot of respect for it. And so and there's a lot of respect for the traditions that they're using, like the ayahuasca ceremony, the Hindu teachings that they're practicing. This is not like a religious eco-village or retreat, and they're not like trying to teach you about religion. They're just teaching you about spirituality. And it's really cool that they took teachings and practices from India and from Hinduism, and also teachings from the indigenous and natives of this land, and put it together and created this beautiful area, this beautiful land. And this eco village is almost like a world away from like the world. And in my eyes, this is what I would see the future like, where we are not killing our planet, we're honoring it, and we're honoring each other. We're not trying to compete against each other. We respect one another, and there's so much respect and community here. No one has like an attitude. Everyone's just really peaceful. People talk really calm. And when you connect with people, like, people have such a beautiful smile on their face. There's people who've been living here for years. And for me personally, on day 4, I can't say that I can see myself living here. But I do hope to take what I learned from here and apply it to my life, and really just immerse myself in all that this eco-village has to teach. There's workshops here that you get to do, like breath work, singing, dancing. A lot of the singings and songs that they sing are from different cultures, from Ecuador, from Peru, from India, from countries in Africa, and some of these songs are actually sung during the ayahuasca ceremony. The shamans actually learn these songs, actually just the indigenous songs. Some of the shamans go on a diet, and they go on a diet and they eat certain plants that tell them how to sing certain songs. And when they sing the songs during the ceremonies, it actually heightens the I guess the experience, the drug experience. So it's really just a beautiful place, and I am just trying my best to not whine so much and not to complain and not to, be so fussy, because my first night here was really intense. I kind of cried. I was just like, what am I doing here? But I'm just doing my best right now. And I, been going to meditation here and yoga, which is really nice. They have these things, and connecting with people. And sometimes in the morning I go to this meditation center. It's called Osho Hall, named after a Hindu guru. Actually, the Hindu guru who was their advisor, or someone that they were learning from in the ashram, the founders. So they named this meditation center after him. And I've been going there. I think I went the day before yesterday, and I went this morning. And every time I've gone there, it's been just such a mystical experience. I feel truly present, and I feel like I am unloading a lot of baggage that I didn't know that I was carrying. And it's just been a really emotional process. I don't know if it's because I'm PMSing. It could be a mixture of both. The environment, being away from family, being away from friends. But yeah, I went into meditation today, and I was just crying. I was sobbing. And there were so many things that came up for me that I feel like I buried within me. And in my meditation today, I felt this immense compassion for myself. I realized that I can sometimes be a people pleaser, and I want to make sure everyone else is okay. And I think that I was coming from a place of wanting to be loved, wanting to be cared for. So during my meditation practice, it was this voice came to me, and it was just can you give yourself that love, that people pleasing that you're doing? Can you give that to yourself? Can you be more compassionate to yourselves? Can you be more empathetic to yourselves? And can you see a world can you build a world for yourself that's bigger than just what you know right now in this present moment? And I realized that I wasn't thinking that big. I was thinking no, this is the way things are, and this is what it's always going to be. And in my meditation, it was just it doesn't have to be this way. The people in your life, it doesn't have to be this way. You can imagine a world that is the type of world you want to live in, where you are loved, you do matter, you do get to do what you want to do, you get to make money doing what you enjoy doing, you get to connect with people, you get to have the life that you always dreamed of. It doesn't have to be just what you believe it's to be, because what you're believing is what's creating the reality. And so I was just sobbing, and I was seeing my parents, and I was really emotional, because I was just I wanted them to just be supportive of me. And in my meditation, that's what I saw. I saw them just supporting me. Oh my God, no. I don't want to cry. Oh my God, I feel so emotional. But it was just my parents saying we support you. And it was this overwhelming sense of love. And in the love that I saw from my parents, I also saw this like burst of love for my own self. And it made me have even more compassion, and it made me realize, like, you know, I've always been very defensive growing up. You know, someone tried it, you know, just growing up in the Bronx, you kind of have this, you kind of get, you're kind of like raised in an environment where it's just like, if someone tries it, you need to fight back. You need to defend yourself. And it was this constant mindset that I was in, and I was creating relationships where I had to like feel, I felt defensive with others. And through having compassion, I realized like people sometimes can inflict harm on you because they're hurting. And when I understood that, it created a sense of compassion that I could have for others. And it also allowed me to have more compassion towards myself. And I realized like everyone's just doing their best, and people inflict harm on each other because they have problems of their own. Like if it takes energy, it takes work to go to someone's page and to like bully them. It takes work to hurt someone in your life that you love. It takes work and energy to be fucked up to other people, right? And it's coming from something. It's coming from something that happened to an individual in their lives. And I don't know, during my meditation, I just kind of had that realization where it was just like, there's empathy and compassion that I can have for others and myself. So it was like a very loving moment, and I kind of just left meditation just feeling good. And that was right before I got the bad news about like us not actually being able to stay here, or there not being a cabina available to extend our stay here so that we can do the ayahuasca. But because I had that really profound experience during meditation today, I was able to not take it what's the word? I didn't take it as harshly, you know. I didn't take it feeling like, oh my God, like life is just fucking me up. Like I just didn't even have that mindset. I was just like, you know what, if it's not meant to be right now, it's just not meant to be, and I'm not going to force the situation. You know, if the opportunity comes up and ayahuasca kind of draws me to her, I will like for sure take that experience. But right now I am completely okay with, you know, just being here and taking things day by day. Not even day by day. I feel like right now I'm taking things hour by hour, you know. Me and my niece, we came here together, and she's actually doing a workshop for the next few days that involves like singing and dancing and using your breath to heal your trauma, and like singing songs to like really connect with nature. It's really powerful. But she's doing that by herself these next couple of days because although we came together, we've been on like a spiritual journey together. It was also important for me to like, for us to also do our own thing here, because we are different people and we have different strengths and weaknesses, and it's important that we nurture our strengths and weaknesses apart from each other, and that our healing isn't together all the time. You know, of course there are moments our healing can be together, but there's different things that we both need to heal. And so it's kind of cool that like she's going off and she's doing her own thing, and she's connecting with people here, and it's an amazing community here. So it's a really safe place for you to really go out and put yourself out there. I went to the demo with her where it was like a lot of singing and dancing, and you feel a little silly because you're just like, you're not doing these types of dances, you know, and you're not singing these types of songs at home. So, but it was a lot of fun. But it kind of puts, you have to kind of put yourself out there to experience that. So I'm really happy for her. I'm going to also be taking some workshops here, maybe a breathwork workshop. Heard wonderful things about that from people here who said like it's actually through your breath, you can actually create a more like a drug-like experience where just using your breath, you can go into altered states, and they kind of teach you how to do that. And so that's something I'm interested in, and hopefully I can get into that workshop. This is a very small eco village, and this is the first time I think they've had double the capacity than they ever expected. So it kind of goes to show that people do want to heal. People are on a spiritual journey, that things are shifting. It's just been really beautiful, and not everything's great. There's a lot of work that can be done here. It's not perfect at all, by no means, actually. But it's a beautiful process to be here. It's a beautiful experience to be part of, and to take part in. And I'm really glad to be here. Like I mentioned, there's people who've been living here for years, and a lot of people come here with a lot. They come here with a lot of trauma. They come here with their lives falling apart, somewhat like mine, and they find a community like this, and they never felt like they belonged. They didn't feel like they belonged where they were from, or they suddenly felt like they didn't belong, which is somewhat of what I felt. Like I suddenly, after like 2020, I just didn't feel like I connected with the same people or my environment in the way that I used to. But people come here, and then they find this community, and they find the safety net, and they find the love of their life here, and they end up, living here, and they have children. There's a school here for young children, which is amazing. Like the founders really like built this place up, not all at once, but slowly. Like as they learned, this place grew and grew and grew, and it's very metaphoric. It's like a metaphor of like life is that you're not going to get everything you want right away. It's going to take some steps, and there's going to be challenges on the way, and you just got to embrace it, And so I think just being here and experiencing these challenges as they come up to day, the way I'm reacting and responding to these challenges, there's a lot of growth I'm already seeing in myself, and I think that's exactly why I came here. It's just like not to take things so not to take things just so deeply, like not to internalize everything that I'm going through. Oh, this bad thing happened to me. It must be because I'm a bad person. Oh, this bad thing happened to me. It must mean that like this will never be for me, It's never going to happen for me. And it's just like, no. We're all on this journey, and fucked up things happen, bad things happen, challenges happen, and it's really about perspective and how you're responding to what's happening to you. That's really cultivating the life you're living. So this is just day 4, and I'm here, and I'm really grateful to be here. I'm really grateful to be present. I'm really just working on being present, because like you guys know, I've struggle with anxiety, and I'm always thinking about the future, and it's just like this is the one time I get to come to a place where I can just fully be here and do the work and like ground myself. And I think some of these challenges that I'm going through is part of my healing process, right? It's like you can't heal if you don't have any wounds. So there are these challenges, and it's all about like the universe really testing me, and I really feel like I'm being tested. So yeah, this is day 4, and this is just part of this is just where I'm at in my journey right now, and I want to just kind of share that with you guys. It is a roller coaster still, but there's a lot more peace here, and there's a lot more connection with others. We do meditation with everyone in the village. There's like a silent sitting, and everything in the village just kind of quiets down, and everyone sits in meditation, It's really energetically powerful. And it's like being able to do these things every day, I feel like it's having this huge impact on my soul, on my energy, just all around. And I'm not sure what's next, and that's okay. I think this is what it really means to be in the unknown. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. This is my bed right here, so it's we have a mosquito net over, because there's mosquitoes and bugs everywhere, and there's wildlife everywhere. So at nighttime it can be a little scary. But yeah, I'm in the thick of the jungle, and first day here, I didn't know I was gonna make it, but I'm starting to feel a lot more courage and a lot more support, and I believe that by the time I leave here, I'm gonna feel great. I really believe that. I feel like I'm gonna be strong. I already feel myself growing stronger and growing at a rate that I have never really. I'm growing in a rate that is just like day to day. I'm seeing myself grow, so it's really beautiful. And yeah, that's all I really wanted to share with you guys today. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Let me know what your thoughts are. Are you going through similar experiences? Comment below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And I will see you guys at my very next video. Bye.